Hi y'all, I'm Allison. Just got a makeover for Easter. We've got all new prompts related to the holiday as well as some general bunnies, famous bunnies, and a couple of spring ones in here. So I'm going to be picking out what books I'll be reading in April, and I am so hyped for this because I haven't picked up a book in 2 weeks. Not one single word read, and I think I'm going to develop a twitch if it's much longer. I need my books. So let's find out what I'm going to be starting out my month with, the beginning of my TBR, because it's going to be another busy one and I can't wait for it. All right, are y'all ready? I'm going to be doing 5 spins. Okay, we're starting out with a complicated one. I have to combine numbers 3 and 4. So let's see if it's going to be possible. Our first one is this cute little bunny with some eggs. Hopefully I will pronounce this right. Alframbus. So I also, in preparation to make this board, looked up some different Easter customs around the world. And this is one that is done in Central America. Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador, to be exact. Basically, what they do is they create beautiful sand art, like out on the sidewalk in the streets. And I'll see if I can put a picture up here to show you what it is. And it's beautiful. In honor of that, I will be picking a book with a beautiful cover. So let me see what I can find. Okay, let's replace that with this pink egg. Religion. Religion's a big part of Easter. So this can be fantasy-based. It can be a made-up religion. It could be mythology, or it could be any current religion. So just something with a religious element to it. All right, let's see what my second book will be. Oh! Okay, we'll get to that in a second. I forgot to get number 4. I'm supposed to be comboing. See, I'm just so excited. Okay, we have to find a beautiful cover. Okay, this is not going to work. So I think this prompt is going to have to override that prompt because we got too much candy. I have to spin my wheel of shame. Wheel of shame means I have 0 choice. So I'll just hope it has a beautiful cover. Okay, I've got the wheel of shame up. Let's go ahead and give this a spin and see what I get. I did update it, by the way, other than March's books, but I still have a week to finish. So as of right now, these are my unread books from my TBRs in the past. Okay, let's spin and see what I get. The Storyteller. I'm okay with this one. In fact, this is another Once Upon a Book Club. So if y'all saw when I did I guess a vlog about this and opened the gifts and gave you my thoughts as I was reading it, if you'd like me to do that again with this book, then just let me know. I had a lot of fun filming that video. It's not every day you discover you might be related to Anastasia Romanoff, or that the tragic princess actually survived her assassination attempt and has been living as a woman, as you know, as Aunt Anna. So we've got Jess Morgan. She finds her aunt's diary, and it turns out she might be the long-lost Anastasia. I really wanted to read this one when it was originally on my TBR. I don't know why. I guess it was probably just a crazy month. This one I am really looking forward to, and I'm going to make sure I get to it at the beginning of the month this time, and I want to find out what the gifts are. And we lucked out with the doubling prompts because I do consider this a beautiful cover. So the Wheel of Shame came through for me on that one. All right, and for number 4, we're going to replace it with this cute little bunny, and this is a White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. You know, you're late. So this is Read Something from a Neglected Series. By the way, this game also kicks off a new challenge on Storygraph. So it will have my prompts for April, May, and June from Just Spin It. So if you'd like to use them, to pick out your books, then be sure and look for it there. I will have it posted within a day or two. This will be the title of the challenge. Also, while you're there, feel free to friend me because I would love to see what you're reading. I do check out the community to see, if there's any books I recognize. And if it is, then I always hit a heart. All right. Oh, I don't have to spin. We already did. So, number 23. Way down here. And it's a cute little bunny set in spring. Wide open. I am ready for spring. Our Texas weather has just been going up and down, and one day we're in the 30s, the next we're in the 60s. I don't know what's going on. Okay, y'all, I am really excited for this. I get to put 5 Survive by Holly Jackson on my list. This is a new release from Holly Jackson. I believe it just came out in February, and I am so excited to read it. I believe this will be a standalone, but don't quote me on that. So this one, we've got 6 friends go on spring break. So definitely set in spring. So they soon realize after their RV breaks down in the middle of nowhere with no cell phone service that it wasn't an accident. They've been trapped by someone out there in the dark. Someone who clearly wants them dead. That's enough. I am so excited for this. I love her books. I really hope it lives up to my expectations. I suspect it will. Okay, so let's replace that with this cute little gnome. Thunderstorms. Another thing, Texas, some spring. So just cover, title, story, anything. Okay, now for my third spin. Number 19. Got this church Easter parade. Something set in a small town. I love small town books. This would be really good for a cozy mystery. All right, well, this is going to give me a chance to finish a trilogy, or at least get caught up. I think this is the end of it. This is the Happy Camper Mysteries, and I have really enjoyed part 1 and 2. So it started with Open for Murder, and then we had Midnight Spells Murder, and now Mining for Murder. So this one is about Zoe Jones, who runs the Happy Camper gift shop in a small town in South Dakota. The town is Spirit Canyon, and there's a lot of the small town community with the main street and all the stores on there. And I've really enjoyed the first 2 books. I'm looking forward to getting into the third one. So if you like that small town community vibe with a cozy mystery to go along with it, and you've got that her neighbor is a professor, and it's just gives all the good feels. Okay, this might be just 204 pages, but look how small that print is. Oh, that's okay. It is a quick, easy read. So I'm really looking forward to continuing on with this. And I'm sorry if my covers keep blinding you with the ring light. I'm going to replace that with a Pink Peeps. Cheat at Egg Hunt with a heist. If you're enjoying this, you might want to subscribe because I will be playing again for Phoenix Rose in just a few days. All right, are y'all ready? Number 14. This cute little chick. Crack eggs. Okay, speaking of traditions, in Jamaica, they have a really interesting tradition. Let me find my notes. So Jamaica has this old tradition that they still do. On Good Friday before sunrise, they crack an egg and add the egg whites to the glass of water, and then they wait for the sun to rise. And the rising sun heats the egg and creates these wave patterns in there, and those patterns are supposed to prophesize how you'll die. So, yeah, okay, in Jamaica. So we are going to crack eggs and have a book with a prophecy. I could very well finish Percy Jackson with this one. I think I will. Because they are big on the Oracle in Percy Jackson. The Oracle's required to go on a quest, and the books are about the quest, so it will have one. In the final book, the long-awaited prophecy surrounding Percy Jackson's birthday finally unfolds. Nailed it! So, and this is part 5 in the Percy Jackson series, The Last Olympian. I will be able to move on to the next part. All right, so there's that one. Thank you, Jamaica. I've been enjoying Percy Jackson, and I've been reading them fairly consistently lately. Okay, let's replace that. Let's put up a colorful egg. Another missing egg has an investigation. When you hide eggs, at the end of it, you don't always find them. You always come up one short. Okay, are y'all ready? Number 20. This cute little chick, baby chicks, has an animal companion or pet as part of the plot. I love animal companions and pets, so I have to see what I can find. I get to read 2 parts Sugar, 1 part Murder by Valerie Burns. You notice a theme here? Yes, I've been really enjoying cozy mysteries and just mysteries in general lately. This is a start of a new series, and it is a Baker Street mystery. I recommended this to Christina when I played for her. I believe it was last month. So Christina, did you read this one, and did you like it? If not, then, I'm going to read it this month, and I'll tell you if you should have, because I'm really looking forward to it. Maddie's groom is a no-show at their live stream wedding, and she is just devastated. But when she has the surprise inheritance, her great aunt Octavia passed away, leaving her home and her bakery and her dog Baby to Maddie as a surprise inheritance. So Maddie sees this as an opportunity to regroup and also rebrand. The only thing is she's got to leave New York and move to Michigan, to a small town. And that dog Baby, it's a 250-pound massive English Mastiff. So Maddie's going to be in over her head. She's more the Louis Vuitton type, other than instead of walking dogs in the park type. But she's going to embrace it and see if she can, get a fresh start on her life. All seems to go well until somebody shows up dead. So I am really looking forward to this. Can't wait to read it. This is one of my most anticipated. So, yay. And I would definitely say that 250-pound dog would count as an animal companion. And let's replace that with this little bunny peeking around a corner. A steeple on the cover. Okay, you know what? I do it every time. This is going to come as no surprise. There's a special edition board. I didn't get a star, which means I didn't get an Easter basket. And I want an Easter basket. You have to have one. Now, the catch is, some of these are really good baskets, and some of them you don't want. They might have been left over from last year. So we're going to spin again and see which basket I get. Number 10. So I go down here to number 5. Because it just circles. Okay, I got the green one. Forgot where eggs are hidden. +1 and respin for my star. So, I have to respin. I'm not off the hook for the star. And I have to add another book. Yay. Happens to me every time. Although, I'll admit, I'm not too upset. I'm having fun with it. And like I said, I'm really craving books right now. I've been so busy putting up the readathon, magical readathon videos with creating my character and the novice path that I simply haven't had time to pick up a book with all of the videos that are being done. It's worth it. I'm having a lot of fun with it, but I really miss reading. Okay, we're going to replace it with this big one. Oh, and I can't tell you what it is. I didn't see it. So, because those are always a surprise. Okay, so, oh, and I have to spin again for the top. Okay. Let's see. I thought I was going to get another star. Oh. Okay, you know, I'm not comboing up top because I have a very limited amount, and we are playing again for Phoenix Rose. So I'm going to respin to see what star I get. Okay, that's clearly a 2. Little basket with a bunny in it. Visit Easter Bunny. Remove any book it ends. And I can save it. So I can either use it during this game or I can save it for a future month. So we will see how it plays out. That was a good basket. Okay, we need to put another basket up top. And let's go with this dark one. So I already spun for that, but I still need to add one more book on the bottom. Number 10. This cute little chick. Cadbury bunny. Mistaken identity. That bunny, he doesn't know what he is. So he lays eggs. Okay, so I'm sure I have some of those. So I've got another tried and true coming back to the channel, and that is the No Fear Shakespeare. I do enjoy these, and I haven't read a classic in a while, so this will be my opportunity to get another one knocked off the list. And this is 12th Night. No Fear Shakespeare, if you're not familiar with it, we have the original text on the left side of the page as Shakespeare wrote it, and on the right is a modern retelling along with footnotes and annotations to put things into context so you won't be struggling over the out-of-date language and can get the whole gist of the play. What I do is I read each act through completely in the original form, reading Shakespeare's, and then I go back and reread it, and I read page-to-page translation, and I go back and read the original side by side. So, and it's a good way to see how much I'm actually comprehending while I go through. I find it fascinating and I'll also nitpick. I was like, okay, how are they really translating this properly, or are they taking, liberties with it? But if you take the time, you can see where they did get their translation from, and it makes it that much more enjoyable for me. It kind of turns it into a puzzle. Anyway, enough about that. This is 12th Night. I believe this is one with Viola. She washes up against the shores of the New World, America, and she dresses as a boy to allow herself to be safe and navigate this new strange land. So I'm looking forward to reading this. And I might watch the adaptation. I'm sure there's 50 million of them. So that would be a fun thing to do in April as well, provided that I have the time. Okay, I think I'll replace that with this little gnome. Bugs Bunny, what's up, dog? So this will have a healer, a doctor, or some kind of a medical illness issue some point in the plot. So not a bad sack at all. I've got a classic, couple of cozy mysteries, a thriller, and then a Once Upon a Book Club historical fiction kind of, and my Percy Jackson, some mythology. So based on that, I am really happy with that list. So I may save my Easter basket for a future round of Just Spin It when I get some like really massively huge books or something, or when I've got a crazy TBR. So far this feels manageable, but we will see. I'm going to allow myself to also use this during the month I think. What I'll do is I'll give myself to April 15th. If I don't decide to drop a book by then I am 100% committed to this TBR. But I kind of have a get out of jail free card for 2 weeks. So I'll do that. And if I don't use it, then I will save this for a future round of Just Spin It. So, because next we've got to help Nasilla, which is my character for the Magical Readathon. I should be getting her box any day now. I hope it comes quick because we're running out of time to pick her courses. So keep an eye out for that because that should be my next video up, provided that the box arrives in time. And we need to find out what she's going to be studying and what I'll be reading for the rest of the month too. And there's also the Extreme Bingo and I've got all sorts of updates for y'all. So I hope to see you back soon. I will be here and I hope you will be too. And have a great reading month, y'all. Bye.